Alright, morning y'all. We are headed to Logan Loganchuan Steele's house. He's been doing his homework. He's got some pegged and patterned, and we're going to go hang a stand. He can get in there on them. We'll be doing a video on that for Facebook. It might take a day or two to get up. I've got a different camera we're going to use for that since we'll have two people. Be a little better quality for you. Maybe you can hear a little better, see a little better, get a better idea what's going on. Probably just put that on YouTube for the people that want to see it. I'm trying not to blow that up too much, just trying to use enough to get out there what we are doing. So like I said before, we're not tied down to anybody or anything. We're not trying to sell you any product. We're just trying to put out there what we do that works and get your feedback, and it's helping us. It's a win-win. It's going both ways. So today I'd like to talk about, I mentioned it yesterday, hunting pressure, how to use it. Your hunting pressure can help you just as much as your partners, your neighbors, your adversary, whatever it may be. If you've got those spots, deeper in the woods, whenever they hit their feet, that you see deer year to year, it may be a spot, a big saddle somewhere. It's hard to beat. It may be where 3 or 4 points come together. Anytime they're cruising, where you start to see deer when they're moving there towards the last few days of October, I stay out. I'll hunt those outside edges like we talked about yesterday, and you've got those go-to spots that you see deer in there every year. Well, it's just going to make them more comfortable in there. They're going to smell where you've been on the outskirts. They're going to realize, hey, he's not in here. A morning on the 7th of October that's 40 degrees, I still ain't going into a good spot. Be patient. They'll be there when you get there. Let those spots rest. The longer you stay out of them, the more comfortable he gets. The odds are better, around the 27th of October. Whenever that buck's on his feet and he's cruising, he's out there, he's looking for does, and he's got his guard down a little bit, not him up, but he knows where he smelt you in the past. He knows where you're sitting and where you ain't. Hey, he's walking through, he's not been in here. I can cruise these spots and get away with it. I've not smelled anybody in here all year. Let's go see if there's a doe over there. When I do go into those spots this time of year to tweak or move my stand, I get it all done in one day, one trip in, one trip out. Usually by the end of October, whenever I start to hit those spots, they never knew I was there. They're long gone. I like to do it when a front's coming through and there's a chance of rain. Always helps. Or right after it's rain, your scent sticks less. Stay out of those spots. Your pressure will put them in there, I promise you. So whenever you go in there, try to be as clean as possible about your entrance and exit. Even when it is time to hunt, that's as important time as any to be prepared when you go in there to slip in and slip out. I'm telling you, he will get a whiff, he will get his guard up, and he might skirt that spot just out of bow range from then on. That's just the way they are. You're hunting a different animal when you start hunting what they call, I guess, a mature buck. I just call it an old buck, a good one. So when they hit that 4.5-year-old area, they really start to realize the game's being played. I think a 1.5-year-old buck is the dumbest critter in the woods. I think that a 3-year-old doe is probably smarter than a 3-year-old buck, just because mama usually kicks them bucks off sooner than does, and they don't have anybody to learn from. They got to learn everything the hard way, and that's why so many of them don't make it. They're popping up, showing around on stands, and little 6-point. He doesn't know harm from good until he learns the hard way. So anyway, use your pressure, use your neighbor's pressure to put those deer where you want them. Be patient. Stay out. It'll be there when you get there, and it'll just get better and better. Instead of circling around and being real nervous, if he's been through there 10 or 12 times already or more, he may be walking through there every day. The more he walks through there without being alarmed, the more chances there is in that right time of year of coming through there, guard down. He may walk right underneath your stand, but you can't be in these places early season all the way through the year. You can't just wake up on the like I said, early October, especially this time of year. There'll be a lot of people in the woods, especially with these crossbows out. That's going to be a lot more hunters in the woods, and that's just going to be a lot more pressure. Be patient. Most of us like to hunt the rut. We'd rather kill one deer in the rut than we would early season. Now, don't get me wrong, I'll let an arrow fly anytime, but there's just something about the rut, and that's what gets in everybody's blood. That's what makes everybody a hunter. And maybe you're just getting into bow hunting. Hunt all your spots. I mean, if you don't have any, if you're ready to fill tags, well, this isn't what we're talking about. hit those good spots. You know, fill your tags, get it done. They'll be there during gun season. You get your tags filled now. You're out of the woods till November. That's going to be good hunting whenever you get back if you can keep the others out of there. So use that pressure to help you. You know, burn those outside spots up and push them to know your place. Give them a core area. Give them an area that you don't ever set foot in that they can run to when you do pressure those good spots, and they'll stick around. I'll tell you that much. So be watching on YouTube. We'll be putting some videos up there this week. Like I said, we're going to go through stand, hanging, and placement with the wind. We're going to teach you how to hunt the wind. And I would say when season starts, you'll really cut down on seeing some of this. We'll be saving a lot of that footage for the end of season when we put a little something together. So, till then, good luck, stay safe, always stay tied off, alright? I know guys that are still climbing trees, no safety harness, nothing. Guys, I'm telling you, whenever you climb a tree religiously, whenever you're going to be there somewhere hunting when bow season's open, the odds are against you. One of these days, you're going to slip. You know, I'm not going to say I've never slipped. I've not totally fell out of the tree yet, but I've had some close calls. I stay tied off. One thing about railroaders, you guys know, it's pounded in your head after a few years. The safety end of it, you just feel nervous if you're not tied off, because you know how easily something can go wrong. So use your harness, use your line. If you don't have one, buy that before you buy a stand. I'm telling you, don't let me catch you in the woods without being tied off up in a tree, or I'll put a foot in your hind end. That's just the way it is. You need to learn, you need to do it, be religious about it. And you know, if you know somebody not tying off, you know, get in them a little bit. Let them know, hey man, you know, I want to be able to hunt with you next year. So guys, I really appreciate every one of you. I got hats for sale, 18 bucks. Give me a shout, give Tiffany a shout. She's got a sleeve of them down at Sterling Bank in Van Buren. Just whip in there, she'll hook you up. And bow drawing will be the 15th of September. It'll be an opening day giveaway. Mark will be in, we'll draw live that morning. So be looking for that. I thank every one of you. Really, I do. Thank you.